Hey everybody, it's me, Doug. I'm here with some cool dudes and we're going to talk about some stuff. So we'll just jump right into it. Joe, why don't you go first, bud?
Awesome, man. Yeah, so my name's Joey Tremblay, and I'm working with Nate Lindley from Ashcan Comics Pub, and we're doing some pretty cool stuff. And I got a lot of stuff in the works, actually, including some stuff with Doug. But I figure since I got this pulled up, let's talk about this Ashcan thing first. Essentially, here, can you present me, actually?
I can. Just got to give me a second because I forget how to do things because I don't do it very often. I can't remember the last time that I actually ran one of these live things. There you go.
Excellent. Yeah, so let's just get right into it then, man. So basically, it's a pretty ambitious project. ACP is kind of aiming to create an interesting category in the industry, man. They want to do sort of like a subscription model. So think like Dollar Shave Club or String Joy if you're a musician or something like that, as opposed to doing like a straight campaign route, indie campaign or whatever, or just going straight to stores. We're trying to create a subscription platform where we'll be sending people cool books every month. And the goal is to be able to get up to 2 books every month for every patron. And basically, one of those 2 books so far is we've got these cool anthologies going on. And this right here that you're seeing is the first one, the Old School Monsters Anthology. And basically, it's a team of 16 people that put this together. So 32 pages, 16 people, 8 artists, 8 writers. And essentially, everyone teamed up and picked one of their favorite old school monsters and created a flash fiction piece, which means essentially 3 pages of text or dialogue or whatever the writer chose to do, and one artistic composition like Frankenstein you see here to accompany the text. So basically, it's little tiny short stories in a manga-sized book, and I really think everyone pulled it off really well. It like the cover itself just looks really nice, man. I'm extremely pleased with it. Yeah. So far, we've got a couple other themes lined up for the next months coming up, and it seems like this anthology thing is going to keep going on top of like having monthly comic books being sent out at the same time as these. So the goal is to land enough comic book artists to actually be able to give the patrons a comic book and an anthology every single month. And in doing so, the anthology kind of opens the doors for all these creators, right? Because everyone gets featured every month. And it just kind of helps point in their direction. It's like, hey, man, these people are doing stuff too. So even though you got this comic book, go find these other people. They're doing all kinds of cool stuff too. So I think it's really a cool idea altogether.
Yeah, that's definitely like a really cool idea.
Yeah, and I couldn't be more pleased with the...
So what monster are you doing on this thing?
It says zombies, but honestly, I think it's more complicated than that. I would have named it, I would have said Witch Doctor, because that's the way I seen it, but it kind of has a mix of both, right? It's a zombie witch doctor, I guess the way I would describe it. So
you know what I think would be really scary and somebody really should have done?
What's that?
A Velvet Elvis.
Velvet Elvis.
Velvet Elvis.
A story about Velvet Elvis.
See, that could be a theme, man. What do they call that? Back to Graceland. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm seriously going to pitch that to Nate.
I was going to say you should pitch that to Nate where everybody throws in an Elvis story. But I would definitely be on board for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Velvet Elvis. Graceland special. I love it, man.
I live in Tennessee, so I could actually go to Memphis and hand them out.
You know, Frankenstein here is a huge Elvis fan. Like, look at him. He's just like...
Right.
That's what he's got tattooed on his arm. It just says Velvet Elvis.
Yeah, but I think that's a really cool idea that Nate's got going.
Yeah, we're really excited, man. And I think what we've done is create like essentially a virtual workplace, man. We didn't really know what we were doing when we started. It was really cool to just kind of build it as we go. And what we created really reflects both Nate and my personality really well, man. Like, everyone's in there for the same reason, to create awesome work, and it's been fantastic. Everyone's been contributing positively, and we actually have more creators now than we'd actually be able to put out every month. So basically, whenever a theme comes out, we tell the artists and the writers, like, hey, act fast, take initiative, grab this theme if you want it, and team up with someone and show us something. So
That's good.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. It really is.
It sure beats having to beg people to get stuff done.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, it's been awesome, man. It's the first time I've ever been part of something like this, and I never imagined there was anything like this. Honestly, it's just so cool.
Yeah, man, I really look forward to seeing what Nate does.
Yeah, I wish I should have the back cover, but I don't. The back cover was Nate and my piece, but my computer's dying, as you know, Doug. So this is like, I'm kind of limited in what I can do here. So you guys get Frankenstein tonight, and I can't go any further than that. But I don't know if there'll be links in the description or whatever. I could go through comments to point towards Nate's direction and myself, and you guys can find all the stuff.
Shoot me the links when we get done, and I'll put them in the description.
Perfect. So yeah, if anyone wants to know more, just hit up those links, and there's a whole ton of information, including a website. And yeah, hopefully people enjoy this as much as our creators have been.
I'm sure they will, man. It's really cool. It's really neat to see it all come together.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it has been awesome.
You guys ever watch Bubba Hotep?
Yes. Such a good movie.
Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
It's
Ruth Cannibals.
old Elvis and old JFK are in like an old folks home, and they fight a zombie. Yeah, but JFK is black. Like they dyed him black to like go with the conspiracy of JFK's murder or something like that.
So they moved I think they moved his brain from his body to a different body, and
no, he's like, they dyed me this color, like yeah. But they fight a mummy who's sucking out old people's souls through their buttholes. Like,
oh my god, man.
You gotta see it, dude. It'd be right up your alley.
Oh yeah. It's Bruce Campbell as Elvis. So
well, there was that Graceland movie. I can't remember what it was. 3,000 Miles to
Graceland.
Yeah, with like Kevin Costner, right? Kurt Russell, Christian Slater, I believe, right?
I was pretty young, so I don't remember very well, but I do remember enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Rumble, you got anything you want to share?
I'm not working on anything right now. I do want to plug Thrashers right now, dude. It's on Indiegogo right now. It's filled with fucking metal, 80s nostalgia, some 80s midnight movies in there. Like it sounds like a real fun project, and I think everybody should be checking that out.
Well, since we're talking about it, I'll just go ahead and screen share because I've got it pulled up here. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
I don't see anything yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're in Canada.
I'm in Canada with dirty maple syrup running through our internet lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Thrashers, man. As soon as I saw this, it spoke to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's about some metal dudes that go to a concert and they end up fighting aliens. I mean, you can't get much cooler than that.
Yeah, so I added that to Comics Codex, but is it Rumble? You worked on this?
No, I haven't worked on it. I just really enjoy this project. I want to see it. I want to see it hit its goal, man.
I'll have to check it out, man. It sounds like a pretty crazy premise.
Yeah, we talked to the dude last night on a Needle Mover stream, and he was talking about how he grew up there in California in the early 80s, and that's kind of what he based all this on, and it's based on his love for like B movies and stuff.
Any relation?
I don't know.
Any relation to the skateboarding Thrashers?
No relation whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's got some pretty decent prices on his book.
Oh yeah, it's a very affordable project, man. You know, you're not gonna shovel out $25 for a copy, you know. So it's
you can get the 62-page book plus shipping. I think his shipping, like for Americans
Mhm.
is like $3. So you pay $15 for a 62-page book.
Yeah,
That's
it's very,
crazy.
it's very reasonable, man.
The admission ticket itself is worth that. That is beautiful. What a cool idea.
Yeah, I love that. I thought that was really cool too. But he's got a ton of different options here. You can get some pinups, and he said he's working on some T-shirts and stuff like that. I'll probably have to go and back it again once he brings up the T-shirts.
Yeah. Wants those T-shirts and what was that? He posted earlier where he was like someone was doing some metal work on something. It's like,
Oh yeah, like
was
some
that
metal
like a
bookmarks.
steel? Yeah, it was just a metal bookmark, dude. It looks freaking awesome. So I might have to back at a higher tier, man, to get my hands on the shirt and that bookmark, dude.
I love the whole concept of this book. It's something completely different than what's out there right now.
For sure, man. It's
And
refreshing.
the art is good, and the colors are good.
You know, it actually reminds me of a video game for some reason. It reminds me of Sunset Overdrive. I have no idea why.
I can kind of see that.
It's got that same kind of, I don't know. I feel like that game, just like this, revolves around music somehow. It's just, I don't know. It's got that punk vibe to it.
Right? Yeah. It's just a whole like levels upon levels of nostalgia in this book, man.
And he's shooting for $7,500, which is not in the realm of ridiculous at all.
No.
Especially, I know how it is. He's the writer, so he's paying the artist, he's paying the colorist, and he's paying a letter or two. I know what
Eric
that's
Weathers.
like.
Yeah, Eric Weathers is lettering, right?
Which is like pretty much one of the best indie letterers right out there right now.
Yeah.
So I know it's not cheap, and I think he's probably not going to make a whole lot of money himself when all's said and done. So I'd really like to see this guy's book get funded.
Mm.
That's like the main one I wanted to talk about. Of course, there's Something Real, which I think they got funded, but that series is so good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we got
what
Mr.
about
yeah.
I was going to ask Mr. Vegas there if he had anything that he wanted to talk about.
I am doing my comic, Shadow Crown. I actually finished most of the all the pages, though I'm tempted to make a double splash of that big monster. I showed everyone. Right now, I'm working on the cover. I just need to finish adding dog, and it should be ready to go sometime this week. I was gonna put it on my website. It was gonna be it's gonna be a downloadable PDF for $3.50 a pop. And
Now, are you a big fan of manga?
yes, I am.
Yeah, I get a sense that you incorporate that style into your work, man, and I enjoy it. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I mean, because aside from manga, I've also enjoyed a lot of Joe Matt's work, Darksiders, and so on and so forth. Especially Battle Chasers. That's kind of how I got into all of this, was because of Battle Chasers and a lot of manga I've read. El Hazard, Battle Angel Alita, of course.
I've seen stuff about that around, man. I've seen stuff about that around, but I'm not sure what it is.
El Hazard.
Oh, the Alita, I think you said, or something.
Yeah, Alita. It's called. I don't know why they went Alita Battle Angel. It's supposed to be Battle Angel Alita.
Yeah.
It's a movie, Joe, and it's pretty dang good. You should check it out.
Yeah,
it's based on a manga.
I say it's like 80 to 85% close to the source material. My best friend thinks it's closer to like 90, but it's still a good movie.
Interesting. That's cool as hell. And your style here, man. Like, I feel like I'm looking at extremely complex blueprints. Like, this is awesome, man.
Thank you. Because I have this, I made for covers. I usually try to do more work for them. Because they're kind of representative of everything. I try to work my best on every cover, honestly, on everything I do. But and I just realized this eye is a little bigger than the other one.
There you go.
I really like your style, man.
Thank you. Like I'm also trying. I'm also available for commissions as well, and I would like. I'm also looking for like I guess a more full-time gig.
Mm-hmm. Aren't we all?
Yeah. And that's pretty much what I have, because I'm just right now I'm just trying to get the first issue out the door, and then see how people like it, and people like it, keep going with issue 2.
Yeah. And where are you putting this?
On my website. Let me get the link, because I'm an idiot and I didn't remember to bring it up first.
Yeah, you could also leave that link with Doug, and he could plug it at the.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description. But yeah, I definitely want to start promoting more stuff. There's so much. Rumble brought this up today on Twitter. There's so much good stuff out there, and when you see it posted, people are just you look at the likes, and there'll be tons of likes and only like 1 or 2 retweets.
Yeah, and there's no reason for that. No,
and this stuff is good. It needs to be put out there in front of more people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like.
Yeah, I was like, I'm scrolling through Twitter, you know, and I'm seeing these projects, you know, I'm seeing Wanpool, you know, it's got like 100 some likes and 20 retweets. There's no reason why that shouldn't have 100 retweets, you know.
It's funny.
It's like, if you like it, retweet it, guys.
Funny, I'm fairly new to Twitter, but generally the retweet's the first thing I'll reach for, because that's the most helpful thing you could do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I can either I forget to do it, or I see it and then I immediately and then I forget to do something about it. I'm not that big social person, so
social, you're not big on.
Neither am I, dude. But generally, you just bite the bullet and hit that retweet button. It won't hurt anyone. Just do it. That's the way I look at it. I'm not a fan of social media either, man. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, whenever I first like caught a glimpse of Confiscate, you know, it's like. Everybody's talking about, you know, making these creators' dreams come true, man, and it's just like, it was that, you know, it was good, it was all of that, you know, everybody was wanting to help these creators succeed in their projects, but all I'm seeing today is, you know, everybody's getting too enveloped in the drama, you know, they want to just capitalize on the drama, you know. I know everybody wants to make a name of themselves on Twitter, you know, like. I understand, you know. It's just I want it to return to the point where we want to help these creators succeed, man. And I'm not seeing that whenever I'm scrolling through and I'm seeing more likes on projects than retweets.
I'm gonna help someone succeed right now. Keep drawing, Mr. Vegas. You're not done. Keep going.
So we've got.
Looking at the Twitter stuff. Like you're.
We've got Mr. Mior in here with us. Hey, bud.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Nah, I was just hearing you guys talk about the retweet thing. Yeah. I think it's because some people have an image that they want people to see them as on social media, and I think that's the problem right there.
Yeah.
When you have an idea of what you want to present to people, you know, you tend to hesitate on things you want to retweet. You know, I mean, like me. Like, for example, like me, I don't care. That's why you see me retweet anime kids all day.
Yeah.
As well as project and whatever the hell, you know, I like.
Well, yeah, it's like you guys know me, man. Like I was like a big provocateur whenever I was like first getting into this shit, and you know, I'm trying to reform here, man. Like, you know.
Well, props.
I'm trying to reform. Yeah, trying to reform myself and get away from that kind of mentality, dude, because it's very easy to get sucked into that, and it goes nowhere in the end when you think about it.
Well, it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to be a good person than it is a nice person. That's the truth, man. And I think people need to strive to be that better person and not, like you said, so easily get absorbed into things. Just enjoy what you do and enjoy what other people do, and it's pretty simple.
Exactly. And we were all sharing a bunch of stuff. Mior, you want to share your stuff? You got anything you're working on that you want to share and get out there to the 1 or 2 people that might watch this later?
I think I was the only one who was watching it earlier.
You probably were.
Well, then let's show past Mior what future Mior's doing.
Oh man, oh yeah, but I wasn't here from the beginning. Doesn't feel right sharing my stuff. You know?
Oh, we don't care. You can pop anytime you want to.
Yeah, we just started like 5 minutes ago.
I'm like, yeah, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, you can talk about Broken the Damned.
Okay. No, to be honest, I don't really care. I was just pretending to be humble. Anyway, oh god damn it! I can't believe I just said that. Anyway, yeah, wow. I actually have a web comic, and it is free. It is available for everyone to read online. It is titled "The Broken and the Damned," and it is available on Tapas. You can find it on tapas.io. That's tapas.io. It is updated monthly, although I am really late. I'm late on this month's comic, so I'm rushing right now as I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, you can't keep your readers waiting, man.
Oh yeah, really got to be consistent.
So you Tapas keeps track of how many readers your comic is attracting, correct?
Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it
Awesome.
keeps track of readers, of subscribers, also of daily readers. It's pretty much YouTube for webcomic, essentially.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, yeah,
All right,
dude.
I got it pulled up, by the way.
Yeah, so you can present
Hey,
Joey.
look at
Yeah.
it.
You pulled up Broken the Damned, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, hang on a second. Oh, I'm booming here. Okay, I got it.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's Broken and the Damned here, and you know, I this is how I feel about the whole conversation about comic creators building their platform. It does not have to be on YouTube, guys. It doesn't. Make a web comic, man. Put it on a website. Attract the readership, because on YouTube you're only attracting viewers. Viewers don't always, you know, transfer into sales. You know, so build yourself a readership on like a website or something, man. That's a platform
man.
right there. Yeah.
Are you both the artist and the writer for this?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is fantastic, dude.
I do everything, dude. From the letters,
From the pleasure?
the what now?
I heard from the pleasure. I'm like, pleasure?
Oh no,
Like the hell? I think I need to.
letters, Daniel. My God.
And Mior's actually working on a secret project with me and old Crypto over there.
Yes. Which I will.
Why is it secret?
It's not really. I just haven't talked about it.
It shouldn't be secret. No, it should actually be really talked about in detail.
Which I promise I will immediately work on the moment I finish this month's comic. I promise.
I'm not worried about it.
Yo, guys, with that whole secret thing. So this happened to me recently. Some guy approached me to create a set for him, like a musical set.
Mhm.
I make instrumentals and whatnot, and this was in a hurry. He needed this for an important show. And I'm like, yeah, sure, man. I will drop everything and do this because this is a huge opportunity for both of us. And I go and create the set, and then when it's ready, I'm like, all right, we're good to go. So I start promoting the show, and he messages me. He's like, this is a secret. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean it's a secret? We want people to go to the show. This is not a secret. Like, and that's where it ended. I was like, all right, I guess we go our own ways then, man. I'm going to keep my music and you keep your secret. It was just so weird.
Yeah, that is weird. For real, man?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I
secret.
can't even.
So Crypto, we've all been talking about projects that we want to back or projects that we're working on. You want to tell everybody a little bit about what you're working on right now?
Oh my gosh, what am I not working on? Today I'm working on forgetting all the trouble that's been online. That's what I've been working on today. I've been watching a lot of movies. I've been extremely lazy this weekend. I wasn't intending to be lazy this weekend. I wanted to write this comic I'm doing with our friend Risey down in Perth, Australia. That is kind of a action comedy a misadventure is really what I would call it, a misadventure that is going to be Australian to the core. We're actually going to do 2 different versions of the book. We're going to do one version for American audiences so that they understand what the hell Risey is saying, because they have a lot of expressions in Australia that you don't hear in America. And then we're going to do the True Blue Aussie edition. So, you know, my thought being that Americans could pick up both versions. That way they could have a little bit of fun reading them side by side, because a lot of the stuff that they say down there is very entertaining, but you know, most people here don't know what Arvo is. They don't know Akadaka. They don't know Chalky Bickies, things of this nature.
You know, Matt, I think you should
there we go. Yeah, you just spiraled there.
I think you should call the Australian version the pure version. I think.
No, we call that a True Blue, mate. True Blue. She's a True Blue Aussie.
Can you? I want a copy of this where Risey reads all the text in the book.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Was maybe we should do an MP4 where Risey reads the book.
So an audiobook. That would be awesome.
It would be hilarious.
That way people can just read it, and I do a pretty good Aussie accent, so I could play some other characters in it, and we could probably get our buddy Josh Spencer, who is down in Sydney, to read a character maybe. And this is a really interesting thing, actually. Not to digress from what I'm working on, I want to talk about that, but I have to tell you guys this. So last night, GOP and myself, we decided to hire Josh Spencer to draw another book called Kill All Furries that we're working on. And I'm having this conversation with Josh, and there's a man screaming in the background.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, screaming for his life. And I'm just like, is someone being murdered in your house right now? And Josh said, actually, I live with a gentleman who has night terrors. And this guy is literally sleeping and screaming his friggin' head off, dude. And it was just, we couldn't even keep a train of thought because it was so funny to hear. And Josh has become used to it. So he's like just totally able to ignore this guy screaming for his life. And I'm just like, yeah, don't mind our friend Josh. He just runs a sex dungeon in his spare time.
That's creepy, man. What did you do?
But that's another book that I'm working on. It's called Kill All Furries. It's actually going to be 3 books in total. We'll tell the complete story of a spunky little Japanese chick named Tanuki and her friends who end up getting an online stalker because they make successful, silly little videos, sort of like Power Rangers-like videos. If you remember the classic Power Rangers from the 90s, if you've got Netflix and you're young, you can check it out there. Free plug for Saban.
Now, if they're furries, would they be more like Animorphs?
I guess they would be more like Animorphs. That's correct, yeah. Or maybe like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Jungle Fever or whatever that episode.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
My nephew used to watch it as a kid.
I just love that her name is Tanuki.
Yeah. She makes a silly little video show on YouTube called Go Tanuki Go. I mean, it won't be YouTube because I'm not going to get sued. It'll be, my tube or their tube or iTube or something like that. iTV, whatever.
Yeah. It's the communist version of YouTube. It's our tube.
Just call it Tube.
Tube.
Dumb tube. Crazy tube.
And so that's one I can probably show a picture or two. Maybe.
I'll present you to everybody then.
Oh, I love presenting. It's one of my favorite things to do.
How's it going, guys?
It's going. How you doing?
Good, brother.
Look at the screen. Hey.
So I will click the shirt.
What's up?
Just working on handyman campaign stuff.
So this is Tanuki. This is just a character concept, a general idea. If you're into like Japanese tokusatsu films, this is definitely going to be up your alley. Like if you were a fan of the live action Cutie Honey movie, or the live action Yatterman movie, or the live action Gotcha Man movie.
I still can't believe they made a live action of
But what if we don't know anything about any of this stuff?
Well, if you don't, I would actually recommend that you start with Cutie Honey and you start with Yatterman. Cutie Honey's from like 2004, 2005. Yatterman is from maybe like 2012. You just type in, if you type in Yatter, Yatterman, Yatterman, one word, and then live action, it'll pop right up. And it's basically they're like cartoons come to life. Where, like we have a habit in this country of typically not being able to do that well. Hollywood typically sucks at that, whether it's like translating a video game into a movie or a cartoon into a movie, which is, I don't know. There's something Hollywood just cannot get it right 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while you get, a quality Ninja Turtles movie or something like that.
They can't resist trying to put their own shit into it.
Yeah, exactly. Like the House of the Dead movie. Remember that, Abortion?
Yeah, that was Bao deciding he was gonna take whatever franchise.
Well, but that was a Hollywood studio that decided to give Uwe Ball money and a camera, which is just a huge mistake to begin with.
Well,
so you end up with
Resident
something
Evil
that's inferior.
Also, I think the fault might lie in some of the actors they picked for these cartoonish movies. I mean, if you look at Japan, when they translate a cartoon into a movie, their actors, the faces they make, they're not afraid to look silly.
That's right. They're not afraid to look silly. And that's why I would recommend, Cutie Honey or Yatterman, because they are really silly. Like I can tell you this, like it's in Japanese, and my cousin Ashton, when he was 4 years old, he walks in the room and he stops and he sits down and watches it for half an hour. Even though he can't understand the words that are being said, he understands visually what's happening in these movies. And it's really fun, and it's, it's like one of my favorite genres of film. It's just kind of there's not a lot of them that are actually good. Most of them are extremely low budget, and so they can be kind of difficult to watch. But yeah, I love Cutie Honey. That's those two are my favorite probably. There's more.
They actually made a TV show for it too, I think.
Oh yeah, I think they got a wide variety of stuff over there.
Yeah, when you were talking about the Americans attempting that, or even Canadians have done it a few times. You guys aren't going to believe the next one they're working on, man. So obviously Jason Momoa, Inspector Gadget.
What?
No, that's not
Would I lie to you guys?
Oh.
You're
Wasn't
kidding.
that Inspector Gadget movie with Matthew Modine or whoever? Wasn't that a hit?
Ferris Bueller.
Broderick. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kidding about the Jason Momoa thing.
I was about to say, man. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to launch Kill All Furries, by the end of the month, but I doubt it. It'll probably be sometime in April.
I hadn't seen this piece yet, man. This is dope.
And this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. This is all just kind of concept art, so it's not even finished product yet. The artist who did this, Josh Mackey, has a little ways to go on it actually to refine it even more. And this might be a cover to one of the 3 books at some point. I haven't
This
really
is
decided
awesome, man. Like,
I wanted to hire Tim Lim to do the cover as a stretch goal, and I might be able to convince him. He's trying to tell me he's busy till August, but I'm just like, it's one piece. What I would really love to do is I'd love to have a cover done by Sashi and Tim Lim, where Sashi draws all the girls and Tim draws all the boys.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
This guy here is just peering into my soul right now. It's like, only you can start forest fires.
That's right.
Beautiful.
So this should be a good book. And then obviously Doug and Mior and myself are working on a secret project that we don't have to keep secret if we don't want to, which I'm going to just spill the beans right now. I wrote a Lone Wolf story. It's about 30. How many pages is it, Mior? 38?
38.
And Doug has another one that I don't know how many pages it is. I haven't read it. I don't know what it's even about. I'm excited to find out. My story, though, we're thinking about doing I guess the best thing to call it would be a double feature. And my story takes place in the Pacific Northwest in the year about 1895, maybe. Maybe it's 1901, somewhere right in there.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
And Lone Wolf has to go to a very small timber town where maybe only 50 to 100 people live, where some very evil things are occurring that go back to an ancient Native American evil that exists. And it's all based on it. This is interesting. Like the roots of the story are based on a true story about some Indian children who went disappearing in this valley before the white man even showed up. And so they named the valley a Klickitat name. Klickitat is an Indian tribe here. They named it Yakult, which means valley of evil spirits or abounding in evil spirits, because these children went out picking berries in the woods and just disappeared. And then generations later, the white man showed up, and very strange things have happened in that. I'm getting goosebumps telling this right now because it's real. A couple of women who have lived in the town hear little children to this day. They can hear little children laughing outside their house, even though it's the middle of the night and there are no little children out there. And
What if they're so little you just can't see them, like atomic little?
yeah, like Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
So, my story, actually, I haven't told anybody about it, but I'll tell you guys give you guys a little info. Mine's going to take place in the 70s here in the small little town I live in. Back in the late 1800s, there was a guy who murdered like 3 people with a shovel. And before they captured him, when they captured him and took him to hang, he told them, he said, "It's going to take you 3 times to hang me. And if I'm innocent, then snakes will come out of my grave and all this, creepy stuff." Well, it took them 3 times to hang him. Every time they would pull him up, the rope would break and he'd fall. And in the 70s, which was like a long time after he had died, one day in the 70s, just tons of snakes were in the graveyard around his grave. So my story is going to be based around that dude murdering people with a shovel.
It's pretty crazy. That's
Holy
wild.
shit.
Yeah, between the both of you guys, man, that's some pretty deep stuff.
And we've got Brad in here, and Brad's going to relaunch Handyman. You got any stuff you want to show us on that, bud? Or you just want to tell us some stuff?
Maybe. Sorry. I'm working on the perks right now, actually, as you guys are talking.
Well, we can get back to you if you want to.
I'm just waiting for the page to dry so I can add the next layer of inks right now.
Oh, man, that looks crazy.
So, yeah, I've been working on these all day, just finishing them up right now. So, yeah.
That looks awesome, man.
Thanks, dude.
That is nuts.
It'll be cool when all the red ink's on there and all that kind of stuff. So, that'll happen later tonight. Like I said, I'm just letting them dry right now. You kind of have to, if you don't let them dry properly, especially if you're using markers, you're going to get a lot of warpage in the page. And so I'm trying to minimize that as much as possible. So, but I'll have them lettered sometime tomorrow. And then during the live broadcast tomorrow on my channel, I'll be drawing the cover, and then we'll give the cover away
Awesome.
sometime over the next week to someone who supports the book. So
That's really cool. When are you looking to launch?
tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to be up all night. So just making sure everything's done. But, Slick and Matt helped me out a lot. Muir, the guys at night when we hang out. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're all right people every once in a while.
They are. I'm just trying to come up with some interesting names for my perks right now and stuff like that. So that's what they kind of helped me with, and rewriting some things. And yeah, works great.
Well, awesome. I look forward to your book launching. When I first kind of got into these indie books and stuff, I saw. I think you had it launched before, didn't you?
I did. So I launched the first time. I really rushed the artwork so that it wasn't as best as I could do. And my campaign wasn't set up very good. By the time I got traction, because nobody knew who I was at all, I was at the end of the 60 days. So I talked to John Malin, Akari, some EBS helped me out, and they were like, hey, you should redo your campaign, come back later. So I've been working on it, throughout the winter, and then It's kind of close to Christmas. I was doing the artwork, so I'm like, I'm just going to wait through Christmas in January. And I pushed it back from February because it wasn't 100% ready yet. I'm much, much closer today than I was then. So we're going to launch tomorrow. So
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, man. I'm sure you'll get funded this time.
Yeah, we will for sure. So, yeah, if it doesn't fund, that's crazy. So, yeah. Other than that, though, after this book, I'm working on Matt's book next. So
cool.
Yeah.
That's a book called Young Barbarians. It's an all-ages sword and sorcery movie featuring a bunch of kids who have to save their parents after they're kidnapped by an evil sorcerer and taken to work in the mines beneath a volcano. So these kids have to go on an adventure and meet all the different unique people that live in their fantasy world. It's low fantasy, not high fantasy. So it's, it's all about a personal journey, and it's, more like a Conan than a Lord of the Rings where we have to save the world. It's more we have to save the parents, not save the world. Which
sounds like an 80s movie.
It is. I often tell people that it's the sword and sorcery movie Steven Spielberg hasn't made yet.
Well, that sounds really cool because I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I think anyone who is young at heart will love it.
So we got Slick Jimmy in here too, and everybody knows Slick Jimmy's project, but we'll let him talk about it if he wants to.
What's up, fellas?
How you doing, bud?
I'm all right. I just thought I'd pop in. Yeah, if you want to drop over to the in-demand store for Little Girl Lethal, I'm still selling the book, and we appreciate any backing and support. Just one note, it is mature themed, and so bear that in mind. It's not for all ages, and we really appreciate anybody that comes in and takes a look at it, and if they like the art, which is done by Whiskey Paint, my brother from another mother over there in Russia. I think they'll be very, very pleased with the visuals, and hopefully they like my writing as well. There you go.
So what are you up to now?
We're I haven't checked. I think we're at 2,500 and something. So
awesome. That's really cool.
I can't remember the exact number, but we're about 20,000 and halfway to another 1,000, which would be nice if we hit to 21. But we'll see.
In a way, I really wish that I'd hit some really huge money, but I'm really glad that I didn't because I don't want to have to send that many books out.
Well, here's the thing: 20,000 isn't that huge amount of money when you're trying to fulfill with a really sweet book. I've added a few extra things, and so this isn't going to make me a ton of profit. I've already paid Whiskey Paint a good chunk, and so we'll see what happens. Anything I do make extra will be invested back into the book, so that means probably Whiskey Paint will get more money for episode 2. And it's just an ongoing thing. So anybody who does want to get extra books or get a new, want to invest and back us, that's what will happen. So we can keep this train rolling.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. I mean, what little money you make, you shouldn't definitely go out and buy a new car or anything like that.
Well,
Well, that's why I was doing. I was gonna do this my book as a digital download because I as a freelance artist I don't think I have the money to do all of that. So I just so I was being realistic with myself. I'm like, yeah, I probably can't do that. So let's try doing this as a digital download. And
yeah,
not a bad idea, man. It's not a bad idea.
I took all the extra money that we had. I was going to put it in the book too, but then the colors kind of made my book really pop. So I think it was worth it to take what little extra we had and put it into colors.
I agree. I really like it with the colors. I'm very pleased with how your book turned out.
Yeah, it looks really sick, man. I just imagine you trying to mailing out all those copies in one of the mailroom people's like, the new guy just makes like the worst coffee. Like, I don't even work here, man. I'm just been here for 3 weeks trying to ship stuff.
And you're a hell of a writer. Also, Doug, I'm excited to see whatever your next project is. Just to read it, man. I don't even care about the art. You know how to write a story.
Appreciate that.
Well, you have this rare confidence that you don't see in young people, where you're not afraid to show and not tell. Seems like the writer always labors under the delusion that they're supposed to give people more words. It's like, no, the less words, the better, honestly. Just write a description and let the artist have at it. And, when you need to give some dialogue or you need to give some narration, do it. But I think a lot of people try to go overboard with that.
I like that, man. 'Cause you leave a lot to the imagination when you do that and kind of let the reader make up their own mind of really what happens in between.
This is why I love this program, because when I screw up, I can fix it.
Yeah, you can't screw up those boobies now. That's the important part.
Yeah.
It got really quiet in here.
Yeah, I'm almost falling asleep. I've been up forever.
Now we just heard boobies and we decided to show respect.
What's going on with you, Joe? I haven't seen you in a coon's age, man.
Oh, just been working on all kinds of stuff, and I'm waiting on my new computer right now. So I remember we talked a little bit back there when my computer was starting to show that it had some death gurgles going on, and so right now I'm just waiting on this awesome shop to finish building my computer so I could get back to what I do. And aside from that, I've just been writing, man. Something I never thought I'd ever do, but it's kind of what's been occupying my time. Is for the last 15 years, I've always been every day my life's been focused on creative stuff. And when my computer just kind of died, I was like, whoa, this is weird. I'm like, what do I do? I'm so used to be creating stuff all the time. So writing was the natural direction I went and started writing more about my blue book and doing some stuff with Doug with ACP. So yeah, it's been very different and pretty awesome, honestly. It's been crazy to kind of change things up like this.
I'm glad to see you and hear your distinctly Canadian accent.
Yeah. Yeah. And first order of business when I get that computer will be to, one, install all my music stuff back on there and get that crazy, gnarly song ready for you.
So I was just... Never mind. I can't even show this. It's too clickbaity. It's a guy putting a damn banana in his ear, and
You got to show it now.
okay. I'll show it. Okay. Let me. It's so stupid.
You can't start talking about stuff that's stupid and then not show it.
I'm gonna show.
That was the quickest presentation ever. As soon as you said banana in here, it says presentating crypto.
Okay. Look.
What? Well,
Why?
one
And
picture.
then look at these, dude. It's like uncut cocks, dude. It's just. Do you want to click this? No.
No, not really.
The banana thing. That looks.
I'm sure you're going to click that as soon as you stop sharing.
Yeah, I got to see what this is. I'll be back.
Trick to reverse tonight is you won't hear anything anymore.
Sorry if I used the C word on your stream. That was inappropriate.
I already cursed a few times, I think.
It's all,
at that point.
it's all good. Maybe the one or two people watching won't be offended.
I hope not.
We say that, but
Usually, the only people that watch my channel is when I get mad and I'm driving up the road and yelling at my phone. So they won't watch this.
Yeah, the road rage Doug clicks.
Yeah,
road rage.
it used to be banjo clicks, but now I don't play banjo anymore.
Banjo clicks.
Oh man, you're gonna pick up the accordion, right?
Yeah, play pirate music.
Some sea shanties.
Yeah.
I love sea shanties.
Yeah,
I'm a big Grisman and Garcia fan. If you guys know
Same
Grisman and Garcia.
Don't have a clue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
David
Never
Grisman
heard.
and Jerry Garcia. You
I've
would
heard
love.
of
You would
Jerry
love it,
Garcia.
Doug. Well, Jerry Garcia was not the world's biggest fan of the Grateful Dead, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
He loved playing with just, like folk music and just bluegrass and things of this nature, sea shanties. And
I've heard some of the bluegrass stuff that he's played because when I was looking for like different things to learn on the banjo, Jerry Garcia popped up a lot.
Yeah.
Because they would play alternate versions of like tons of old folk tunes and stuff.
Yeah, I would highly recommend checking out maybe like Shady Grove is one album that's really good by David Grisman and Jerry Garcia.
Crypto, can you sing "Leave Her, Johnny, Leave Her"?
No, I don't. I can't sing anything, Rumble.
And this guy's play what kind of songs? What country? Folk
No, it's
music?
not country. It's like folk music.
Oh, American folk music.
Yeah, I'll send you a link. I'll find you a link right now and shoot it to you.
I like folk music.
Actually, one of the bands I was in used to play their version of Shady Grove, which is not my favorite version of Shady Grove, but it's okay.
Are you talking about the duo or like a band before that?
The band before that.
Okay.
Which was the same band. It like had the guy that I was in the duo with, but we had another guy and another guy who were pretty much useless.
It was a double duo, but half useless.
Yeah, pretty much. This is a super duo.
Super duo.
I like it.
There you go, Miora. I put it in the private chat.
Nice.
Now you can go and you can learn to sing that, and we'll start a band.
See, I'm gonna say that I don't believe that he can't sing because there's nothing that he's tried to do so far that he didn't do extremely well. Like, dude, I haven't been on many streams, but one of the last streams I was on was when you were reading those comic books from that archive. That nearly killed me, dude. I couldn't even handle it, man.
Yeah, I'm good at that, but yeah, I'll tell you how bad I am at singing. So I was in a musical in high school because I was pretty good at acting also. But my singing skills are so lacking that we actually had to change the song from being sung to being spoken, kind of like Greased Lightning.
Oh, shit, that's the best thing I've ever heard.
It's a true story.
Damn.
No, you're better than me, man. My only
Crypto's good
joke.
at stuff. Crypto's good at stuff, but I think he's right on this one. So
You know what? Your experience at the play is still better than I ever was, man. I thought I would be a great actor, then I got the best role ever to showcase it. I was going to be the Scarecrow, so I just kind of stand on stage with my arms out, this heavy freaking flannel jacket and insane lights like the surface of the sun beating on my face, and then I'm just standing there boiling in this jacket, and I just puked all over the kids in front of me.
Are you serious? And then they started puking. And started puking.
Oh my!
Oh man, I was straight up dehydrated, man. I was just like dying under that jacket, the lights. Yeah, that was one of the best days of my life.
Oh, boy.
There's videos of it somewhere out there, so all the parents were videotaping. I wish I had a copy.
Oh my god!
I am so sorry to hear that, man.
I'm not.
You're not.
They're not.
That's a great story.
Oh man.
Oh.
My big debut.
Yeah, they didn't want me in plays anymore.
I was in drama in high school, but I wasn't a very good actor.
I was quiet.
No, I did the grip. I was like the stage grip. So
Well, we did a Robin Hood, and I was the archer that shot opposite of Robin Hood. I think I had like one line.
I would have cast you as Little John.
There, believe it or not, there was a dude a lot bigger than me that got
Oh.
Oh man.
You breed them big in the South. That is true.
Yeah. Friggin' elementary nightmares, man.
Does that chick have a unicorn horn?
Yes.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool for sure watching the process here. It's dope.
He's about
I
to
swear
some
to
important
God,
parts again, so I'll present him to everybody.
Heck, I swear to God, if that woman doesn't use her horn to stab people, I'm gonna be upset.
Is she gonna stab dudes with it?
She's gonna stab people with it.
Yeah.
Make 69.
That way we can be inclusive.
Are you sure that's Are you sure that's a unicorn horn? It does kind of look like a carrot now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah. All right. I think I added too many lines to.
These more spirals.
You gotta, yeah,
It's
spiral,
spirals. Yeah.
like a cornucopia.
No, look at that. What's that sea creature was the horn? Narwhal? What is it? What's it called?
Yeah, narwhal.
Yeah.
Isn't that a guy in Comicsgate also?
Yes.
Yeah, they got
Someone using that name.
There you go.
Excellent.
Yeah, don't 69 that chick.
Oh, dude, a little pleasant surprise in your brown eye.
Oh man.
You probably wouldn't poop straight for a week.
She doesn't milk the prostate; she stabs it.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Yeah, I saw a picture that Mr. Vegas drew of me, and I look more like a fat Tom Selleck because I just have a mustache.
It's a compliment, I think.
There are worse things than a fat Tom Selleck.
Hey, I'm perfectly cool with it. If I could grow a mustache like Tom Selleck, I would just be the fat Tom Selleck. I'd be okay with it.
Well, man, I can show you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I can show it if you're fine with me showing it.
I don't care. Doesn't bother me.
Awesome, man.
The only way anybody knows it's me is that he has a man job.
See the thumbnail.
Oh, yeah.
Why is there a volcano?
Because that's when I was. This is the origins of me. At the beginning of time, I just existed like that.
I mean, I gotta disagree. I honestly think this looks like the lead boss of the cartel in Handyman. This is what I imagine, like the guy that he's looking like.
Might be something similar.
It's El Chapo.
Wait, so is this the Hawaiian creation myth, or what?
I don't know.
Everyone went silent, but it was amazing.
Just blame this on GOP. Just that's
There you
all
go.
I can do.
That's what you do,
GOP's
man.
fault for everything. Yep.
Damn it.
Just need to-
But in all honesty, that was beautiful, man. I love it.
yeah, you need to just Easter egg that into Shattered Crown somewhere.
You should just send that to me, and I'll get it tattooed on my butt.
Well, GOP has the file, so you gotta ask him for that.
So
I gotta
what?
ask. Oh, go ahead.
What motive? No, sorry. I was asking what motivated you to draw that. Was it?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
It was GOP's idea.
It was GOP. It was his commission. I don't control what people ask for commissions. Like, okay.
So apparently GOP has some kind of fetish that involves me.
Apparently.
I don't know.
Everybody does. It's okay, guys.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to put that up as a perk for the Lone Wolf book, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
maybe make it into a flag so people could flag it in front of their yards and just like.
There you go. Make it into a T-shirt with my signature on it.
Doug, can you imagine your channel getting flagged because of that, bro?
It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he might get flagged for all the work I'm doing.
Why was it even pornographic? Yeah, well, we don't like it.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, but see, it's woke because it's body positive.
God.
There you go.
It's volcano positive too.
Exactly.
Okay, being fat is not a good thing. You know, I don't know where they get this stupid idea.
Yeah, it's not like I enjoy it either.
You
There's
know,
no benefit from being fat. There's actually more.
I don't know. There's a couple of benefits.
I was gonna say there's definitely a few.
You know, if a woman actually likes you.
You don't.
That's
I
true.
love it. By the way, kind of banter. On
Yeah, you don't ever have to worry about that because you're like, wow, she's not after my money.
yeah, because when you're like me and you're fat and you're broke, you know they must like your personality.
Yeah, imagine
True.
you don't have to share seats on the bus. It's all yours.
That's
No,
true.
but you do have to pay twice for airfare,
Oh God.
Yeah.
which sucks.
Reminds me of this genuinely sweet comic about a fat guy who
Mhm.
decided to work out until he lose all his fat, but then his girlfriend was like, "I miss putting my head on your belly." And I was like, "Oh, shit." It was genuinely sweet. I was like, oh, "Holy shit!"
Wow.
Yeah, this stream just got very wholesome.
It all started with the creationism image.
I thought it was the boobs I was drawing. It's like, okay,
Boobs make everything wholesome. Yep.
right?
I wouldn't mind holding some myself.
Well, this is a PG-13 comic, so nobody has to worry about it. Well, Pete, because it still has quite a bit of violence. So a lot of fantasy violence, people losing their heads and so on and so forth.
That's it. They're only losing their heads.
So we're not going to see anybody like get stabbed by that horn.
They're gonna.
I'm pretty sure that's a no.
You have me going, because I really don't know how to answer that.
As long as at least one scarecrow pukes, I will be happy.
Hey, how do you feel about drawing horses?
How do you feel about drawing a horse?
Yeah,
People are annoying to draw.
I got Jeff in the chat. He's the guy that did Lone Wolf, and he hates drawing horses.
Oh
So I
man,
was just going to see what you thought about it.
they're annoying. They can be difficult to draw.
Well, see, I was thinking about in Lone Wolf issue 2, just having horses in every.
Yeah, every
Every
frame
panel.
should have a horse.
He just put in the chat. He put "F you, Doug."
Every
I
panel.
would be with them too. It's like, fuck you, man.
Every panel should have a horse. Even
Makes
when
you
he's
get good at horses.
even when he's underwater, there's a horse. There's a horse in the background. Doesn't make
Horses
sense.
everywhere.
Horses everywhere.
Like he walks into a room and somebody's watching TV, and there should be horses on it.
Oh god!
There you go.
Pictures of horses on the wall.
The other day, I came across this guy in his yard. He had a horse tied there like a dog, and it was just like in the middle of the city. Just a guy had a horse tied up to like one of those posts, like you jam in the ground for dogs. I don't know. Maybe it's not as unusual to you guys, but to me, I was like, this is so weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe not in Texas.
Hortons? Was it at Tim Hortons, Joe?
Wasn't Tim Hortons far from it? Well, that's a given though. There's 2 Tim Hortons on my street, man.
I just wonder if maybe the guy needed some Tim Hortons and he just parked his horse there.
Whatever.
I think you may have mistaken it for a dog.
Oh man.
Wait,
There are pretty huge dogs out there. Man.
This dog's awfully strange.
Doug, is that common down south?
What, horses?
No, to have a horse tied like a dog to some post.
No,
Not like a dog. But
You'll see 'em.
horses are pretty common in Texas. It's like you're driving down the street, all of a sudden you see just a horse just passing by.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
horses
man,
all
that's
over. There's horses all over here in Tennessee. Like you'll just
they
drive
have 'em here in Utah.
Oh no, man! I love the armadillo that the random armadillo that likes to just show up in the middle of fucking nowhere at night. For me, it likes to do it to me at night. It's just like, oh hey, by the way, I'm just walking across. You little.
Only in Texas.
Yeah.
Armadillos are pretty rare here. I mean, occasionally somebody will, say that they claim that they saw one, but I've never seen an armadillo in my life.
I saw two in my life.
Yeah, no, I see,
And both times,
I see quite a few of them.
and both times they're just walking. They're chilling like when they're just walking down. It's like you're in my way. I'm trying to get somewhere. And you're seeing cars stop because this thing's just taking the forever. It's like, hey, you're not a turtle. Move.
Do they really carry leprosy?
I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt it, man, because like the animals here, like in the winter, there's pretty much none. It's just void of animals for the most part. But there are like winter hares, and those little bastards carry all kinds of diseases, man.
Yeah, armadillos give you leprosy.
Really?
Yeah.
Make your skin rot off.
Yeah.
I'd always heard that. I didn't know if it was true or not.
I have no idea. I don't.
Really?
Just
gotta rule of thumb is never to mess with an animal in Texas.
Yeah, right. Maybe it's just like scary stories your parents tell you to. But no, this is like a recent thing I just found out was armadillos give you a chance of catching leprosy. Or
absolutely, man. Animals carry all kinds of shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see more. Yeah, I've seen more armadillos down here than possums.
I see possums all the time. They claim that they're really bad to carry rabies, but I've found out recently they're less likely to have rabies than anything else.
But usually it's raccoons and possums that have rabies, or
coyotes often have them, man.
Coyotes too.
Yeah.
So we got lots of all those here.
The occasional squirrel here and there.
Actually, I actually wouldn't mind having a pet raccoon or even a possum.
I did have a pet raccoon. One day I gave him a rotten sandwich and he never came back. He wasn't happy. It was awesome. So it was this dirty old sandwich. I can't remember what it was, but whatever was inside the sandwich had congealed into like this cylindrical puck. And he just rolled it down the stairs and he left. He was like, "This is it. This is where our friendship ends."
He probably died, Joe. That's why he never came back.
Right?
He probably did.
You fucker.
You murderer.
Oh, I didn't think of that, but yeah, it's possible. I guess. I don't know. I thought I was doing him a favor.
He just rotten
by giving him a dirty old rotten sandwich.
Really?
Oh god.
Put it to you this way: if it's not consumable for humans, chances are it's not consumable for animals.
You know the garbage, man.
Oh, here, raccoon. Try these Timbits I found under the seat of my car, eh? Oh, don't mind the hair stuck to them. They're still good.
Joe, have you ever seen the movie Strange Brew?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
With Rick Moranis and
a long time ago.
Oh, what's that other guy's name? Dave Thomas.
I think I might have, but I don't know. It's kind of blurry.
Sometimes when you talk, it reminds me of that movie.
Yeah, I could see that.
You need to watch it though. It's funny. The whole movie revolves around them trying to get free beer.
Yep. Hey guys, I'm gonna jet. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's cool,
get back
man.
to work on Handyman. Thanks for letting me hang out for a bit.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, dude. No problem. We'll catch up later.
Yeah, see you.
Yep.
Okay, man.
I'm making some delicious fresh sandwiches if anyone wants one.
I'll pass.
I'm just watching this artwork. You know what? It makes me mad, which I was going to say, people have a lot of talent, can draw and stuff, but I know if I spend as much time sitting down and drawing pictures as I do playing guitar, I probably would be decent at it. But I still hate that you can do it and I can't.
Oh, this like I told somebody else, it's like, man, this took a bit to get to. It's like it wasn't like overnight, and he's like, oh, it's like there's a fine line between talent and effort.
Yeah,
and often people have talent, but they put no effort, and then those who put effort often don't have the talent, and then but they make up for it. And there are those that are in between who have talent and put in the goddamn effort.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
from my experience in the music scene, like a lot of people that both put talent or have talent and put the effort in, but they're lacking something that's equally important is an open mind. They'll stick to what they think they're supposed to do, and they'll never kind of branch out. So they don't really learn anything. They're just rehashing the same shit people have done for the last 150 years. And it's just, yeah, you got to have an open mind when you do this stuff, and just don't be afraid to make mistakes. Erase a booby here, put a booby back.
No, I was actually cleaning up that line. Like I was just noticing. And then because it was supposed to be a PG-13 book.
Did you just assume that character's gender, Joe?
I did. And I also offered it a beautiful green sandwich, so I don't know. I think that evens it out.
Honestly, I've gotten to that point where I'm actually sick and tired of people calling me PLC, personal color. So I'm like,
Someone's called you that?
Yeah, I've had a few people call me that, and I'm like, dude, it's honestly more racist than just calling me Mexican.
Yeah, man. Yeah. To me, what's the difference?
Really American of Mexican descent is even better.
What's the deal with people wanting to do that? That's the same as just calling you a colored person.
Yeah, I know. Yep. You might as well call somebody what was it, a coon or something?
Ooh,
use bad words. Just like, dude, come on.
See, I'm gonna say the average French Canadian is the real person of color. It's like in the winter, you're like purple and white because you've got frostbite everywhere. In the summer, you're just like red like a lobster.
No, it bothers me that people assume that this is okay. I'm like, no, it's not okay.
Nah, dude, because it's like we always said that this SJWs, leftists, or whatever, they are low key really racist. It's the white man burden. Only they did it in a very kind of, oh no, we just want to help kind of manner.
Got to point out their superiority to everybody else.
Why can't you just use your name like everyone else? Like this person has a name. Like just
I have a name, dude. Like,
well, it's mighty wide of me to let you colored people on here with me tonight.
I'm like, dude, come on, man. This is enough.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And you know what's great about all of us getting on here and chatting? Mm-hmm. Not once has anybody brought up any race or anything like that. Nobody even cares where you're from. I mean, we might laugh at Joe's accent, or when Risey's on here, we'll laugh at him. But it's crazy how similar that we all are, all across the world. How similar and how much we have in common.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's I just like, come on, guys, just drop using the name. Just drop using.
Exactly. Stop pointing out the differences in everybody, and just
the more you stop using pointing out the differences, the less it becomes a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Jeff in the chat says he's been called a POS before.
Don't we all?
Oh, yeah. Oh well, we all have. I've been called a bastard, an asshole, and so many other things. It's just like,
oh yeah. I've been called an SOB by a preacher. So
I could think of one dead raccoon that would probably agree that I'm a POS.
Yeah, it didn't help that I was dating his daughter. So
there you go.
Yeah.
And now I kind of want to hear the whole story, Rumble. What led to a preacher calling you a son of a...
Yeah, that's kind of a step up to have a preacher call you
an SOB, because there's a story there that you're not telling, Rumble. What happened? What did you do?
Well, I was dating a preacher's daughter at one point in my life, and we used to have late night phone calls. And they would get a little hot. And it turns out that her preacher father was actually listening in on the other line.
Wow. That's invading his daughter's privacy.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So we're here and we're like telling each other these sweet nothings and getting a little carried away. And he goes, "You son of a perp."
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Did your heart like almost stop because you had no idea?
Yeah,
someone
dude. I was like, "What the?" I just hung up immediately. I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Did she call you? Did she call you back that night, or did you like not talk to her for a couple of days?
Yeah. It was a couple days before we talked again.
So yeah, it's crazy to be this like traditional kind of. I don't know. It's an incredibly traditional way of thinking. And whatnot over here, like our religious figures, at least the ones I've encountered, are nothing like that. They're just like every other person. And like the priest for our church, he just rolled in. He watched Fast and the Furious. He bought himself one of those Civics. And he put like the neon lights on it and the rims and everything. He'd pull into church just blaring Eminem, and you could hear him like screaming the lyrics in his car. And he gets out. So he say, "Motel Tabernacle." It just means that's fucking mental. He would say.
Oh yeah. Youth pastors are becoming like more and more ridiculous, man. I mean, more power to them, but they're trying too hard to reach those young kids.
Oh, this guy was legit though. This was really him. It wasn't like
He wasn't trying.
no.
He wasn't trying. He was actively.
That's why
Yeah.
your country's in the toilet, Joe.
Yeah, there's probably a special place for us in hell. That raccoon waiting for us all.
Oh shit!
And Fast and the Furious movies.
Fast too furious.
Man, I don't know. I'm seeing Daniel do his work, and I'm just like, I think I'm gonna get him to do my fantasy stuff.
Yeah, this is unreal, man.
He's a good artist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed something. So, is there a specific type of brush you prefer, or do you kind of use a bunch of them? So far, you've used this one, but this is for the tracing.
I was using the G pen, which pretty much is what I use for everything. But sometimes I'll for like foliage, I have something that gives me for that.
Okay, interesting, man. Yeah, because I'm just amazed with how much you're doing with like just one brush, man. You're just hammering out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see. This is for grass, stuff like that. But that's if you're using the colors and so on and so forth.
Versatility, man.
Yeah, these are all brushes made by other people, and I just don't. If they're listening, forget it. Like, I'm sorry. It's just like I can't remember names. and because I also found a couple of Japanese brushes, but I'm trying to figure out how to get them to work in in the stuff I do. And then because this is the real G pen that comes with the program.
Actually, looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, because it has that kind of texture kind of look. Every once in a while, let me go back to
Yeah, the one you're using, like that you were using the whole video, almost got like an architectural look to it, where it's like everything's super, like, yeah. There's
I had to mod it from because this is a mod from this one, inking manga, because this one has kind of an
Brush
into it. Yeah, so I have to like kind of brush repeatedly to get it to fill on one place. But sometimes I'll use the pencil tool. And, I'm right now. I'm fighting with the program because whatever reason it changed the pressure sensitivity, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix my pressure the pressure sensitivity because it's messing with all the brushes.
Wouldn't that be in the tablet driver, not the program?
Well, because I think because they added some new stuff recently. Let me put it over here. Realism. So they added this kind of wet brush type thing. I don't know.
That's trippy.
And so,
Don't you hate whenever updates just like screw with your shit?
yeah, pretty much. And this is soft bleed. So it's mimicking water brush techniques and which I thought were pretty cool, because then you can make like certain types of backgrounds.
So how many of these brushes were stocked with the program?
Uh-oh.
I'm becoming more and more interested as you're showing us these brushes, man. It's really cool.
Usually it comes. Let's see. It comes with the G. Well, the pins. They come with the G pen. the mapping, turning, calligraphy, effect line, and texture pin. Everything else is a downloaded thing, and I can handle those files because I have the zip files for those. And or you can just look them up, and you should be able to find them pretty easy. Just put Clip Studio Paint brushes or Manga Studio brushes, and they should come up. Manga Studio brushes still work in this program. They're just called Manga Studio brushes.
You guys see the beautiful stuff that he creates in this program, right?
Yeah.
Now, let me show you. I've created this program.
Excellent.
You'll enjoy this. We used to do the drawn and tortured. There's my Captain Marvel, which is an NPC.
The detail on the sun is just impressive.
There's Hero.
That's better.
And then there's Slick Jimmy's character, little girl Lethal, as an NPC. Then we've got Squirrel Girl.
Every time there's a bit more detail to the sun.
Squirrel.
There's this one. This one's even worse. And then this is my favorite, Mark Wade and the Toxic Creators.
I love that. That's really good.
I did Gail Simone back here.
Like Mark Wade and the Toxic Avengers.
I have a couple that I did on Drawn and Tortured also. This is my version of Squirrel Girl. I think it's pretty good.
I'm gonna present you to everybody.
Oh, okay. Present me. I am presented.
I like how you use real crayons.
Yeah, those are colored pencils.
As we call them crayons in Canada, but I'm going to assume we're wrong about that.
Yeah.
So just
a crayon is made out of wax. A colored pencil is made out of wood and whatever the other shit on the inside is, the lead. I don't know. Well, how they do that for each color, I'm not positive. I'll have to rewatch that Mr. Rogers where he goes to the color crown factory. And then I also did the Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
See, I think
were these made while you were waiting on a crab dinner? Not like one of those restaurants with the crayons.
No. Again,
I
I didn't use crayons. I used colored pencils.
Okay,
crayons.
all right.
just leave the restaurant and go, all this shit drawn on the table. They're like, God damn, not again.
God, MAGA country, bro.
Oh man. See, I must have threatened Mior with my art because he left.
Oh,
I didn't even see him leave.
He got
dropped.
Artwork.
I mean, let's see. Basically, let's see here.
See, I'm trying to figure out right now if my neighbors I'm watching TV, if it's over the stream. It's tripping me out.
Yeah, because I did all of this in this program. So this entire piece is done in Clip Studio Paint.
That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that program out, man. It's very cool.
I told you it was good.
Yeah.
And I told you it costs money, Doug.
I picked.
Well, they have two versions. They have the cheap one, and then they have the expensive one. The cheap one is basically it comes with everything. The only thing it can't do is that it won't allow you to make comic books with it. I mean, it won't let you make like multi sets. Like this here has like 32 pages. It'll only let you make like individual pieces every time. And
I see what you mean. So instead, you got like a storyboard here where you could flip through all the different ones.
Yeah, so that's what it does, and it won't let you print anything or do anything regarding like if you're gonna print the Kindle and stuff like that. Those functions are not in the basic version.
Okay.
And because when they because I've been using this program for a couple of years, so I get a discount for it. I think, at least I think I get a discount, or every time they release a new version, I get a discount. So.
Yeah, you get like grandfathered in.
Mm-hmm. And then, it's been pretty great because I really haven't been able to do clouds. Clouds have always been kind of the bane of my existence every time I try to do them.
Those look good, man. I like them.
Thank you.
They look like clouds.
They do. See, all this stuff you've accomplished during the stream, this would probably take me a good 7 years to probably get to this point.
Yeah, me too. I probably would have already quit 5 or 6 times by this point. Though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of debating on this little piece of the background because I really don't know what to put in there. So I just kind of put this weird Castlevania-ish looking castle, and I just kind of knows. Oh, well, hey, it kind of looks like a Castlevania castle. So I'm just kind of debating of leaving that open because I have no idea what else to put in it. Because I don't want to introduce the villain on the first cover, and then and so
We lost you.
I'm not introducing all main characters just now.
Yeah, I got one more question about this program here. So essentially, when you flip to another page, can you color sample from that page and take it back with you to the other page you're working on?
Yeah. So say I take this gold right here. You just color pick it, and then you just go to the next page, and there you go.
That is cool. A lot more simple than Photoshop.
So yeah, because instead of having to make well, I do that anyway. You know, make a palette page or make a palette layer, and you just take that palette layer everywhere with you.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
You know,
this is a lot cooler though, man. I like the idea where you could literally go grab the color from the page itself. It just seems simpler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it won't go away. There we go.
No, that's me hitting the wrong button.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
what's going on?
Oh, I couldn't watch a program using my Unity tag and not come on here and talk about it.
I was wondering if she's going to drop in. I made sure to drop the link everywhere. We just been talking about, promoting some people's work and talking about stuff that they got going on. So, how's your campaign doing?
We're almost at $3,000. We're at 29 and change. I think it's like 29, 23 or something along those lines. I would have to take a second look here, but
29.25 Canadian.
Crypto's got it down.
That's 2,202 American dollars, US, baby. Days still to go. Plenty of time for you to get your copy of Avani Origins #1.
Well, I'm gonna try and put it and try and get it to go up this week because I would like to see how people.
Well, after the snowstorm here in Canada that we're going to have here on Monday, I'm going to be trapped at work on tomorrow all afternoon. I'm going to be stuck here. But come Tuesday and next week, I'm going to be live streaming again. I'm going to be pushing hard, boys. I'm going to be pushing hard.
Nice.
Oh.
What about the rest of you? What are we looking at here? What's up on the screen?
That's
Shattered Crown.
That's Danny Vegas there.
Yeah. So the page work is done. I'm working on the cover, and I need the dialogue, and hopefully it goes up on my website this week. It should be. It's going to be a digital download PDF, $350 a pop. Well,
yeah, and we'll make sure to put that link in the description for you, bud.
Yeah. For those who are actually watching, I haven't updated prices on my website because I'm being a lazy bastard, and and I need to fix them soon. But so I'll be making a separate section for comics because I'm also talking to one of my clients about putting his comic on my website. The series is called Pretty Vacant, and there's there's 5 comics of that. And we're going to be we're going to work on another one, but we'll also be showcasing that at Comic-Con.
Someone's singing.
We got Ninja in here with us. What's up?
Yeah,
Ninja?
how's it going, guys?
It's going.
Whoa.
Look, I showed up and Miura Ninja followed right behind me. I bring the party back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bjor's been kind of making love to the stream. He's in and out of it. So
Yeah. No, I've just been working on this cover for a couple of hours, actually. No.
yeah.
I've just been talking nonsense, and I spent my whole day watching Star Trek, so it was wasted.
Which Trek were you watching?
Do what?
Which version of Star Trek were you
I
watching?
was watching Star Trek Voyager.
Ah, oh boy. 7 of 9. That's what I think about Voyager. Gary Ryan,
I've been trying to watch. Oh my god, the one that comes after Next Gen. I tried to watch it.
DS9.
Space 9.
Yeah, I really tried, man. I couldn't do it. I love Star Trek, and it just didn't work out, man.
I believe it kind of takes a while you have to watch it until it's an acquired taste.
Yeah, because at first the actors are like, "Are you serious? This is the next crew, man." They're just a bunch of garbage actors. But
to me, it got better once they added Chief O'Brien to the crew.
Yeah, he's a pretty good actor.
Once you got like Chief O'Brien in there and Worf, you had 2 recognizable faces from Next Generation, which really helped boost it.
Worf ends up in there.
Yeah,
No, Worf shows up in season 3. Yeah, like he ends up commanding the Defiant, their ship that can cloak.
Interesting, man.
it gets a lot better by that point.
So I spoiled that, but yeah, Worf is in the show.
Oh, it's not a spoiler. I wasn't gonna watch it if you wouldn't have said that. So.
y'all gotta wait for Cisco to become the motherfucking Cisco, because that's how it works.
When he shaves his head.
He shaves his head, and when he gets his Van Dyke goatee on, and he doesn't take no shits, no fucks. He lays down the law.
Does he write the thong song somewhere in there?
He may.
He orders number 1 to take a number 2.
Engage.
I kept.
I guess that's a Next Gen joke. Nobody gets it.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just green
I got
sandwiches.
it just hurt my feelings because Next Generation is my favorite show.
Oh no, you're full of shit, dude. Nobody likes Next Generation.
Are you kidding me?
It's my favorite.
do.
Man.
Yeah, Next Generation was the best Star
You
Trek.
guys are nerds.
I don't know. I think the best one was Enterprise, in my opinion.
No,
You know what I hate about Enterprise?
The original series is the best one. Period. Then the Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I hate you.
The only one that was better was their feature, the what's it called, Phantom Menace.
That's a good one.
Oh man. Nah, the Next Generation's my favorite. I'm sorry.
I agree with you,
What's
man.
to be sorry about?
I'm
I think
sorry
it's
for
just
you
because
guys.
Doug always dreamed he could grow a beard like Riker.
Dude, that's why I grew a beard. That dude's
He
the
likes
coolest
Commander
dude ever.
Riker.
That's why I became an android. That's why I wear this awesome visor on my eyes, even though I'm blind.
Yo,
I'm sitting here right now wearing a visor, dude.
I always thought to myself, like, that's gotta have had an effect on his vision overall, wearing that for so many years. Man. Like, there's no way that's good for you to have that shit.
I think it affected his career more than anything.
He goes for new jobs, like, who the hell are you? It's like from Star Trek, like, no.
He just pulls the visor out and puts it on. I was like, oh,
yeah, that
you're
guy.
hired.
Oh, you're that guy.
Oh man.
Yeah, LeVar Burton, they had him play the some kind of Star Trek game that came out. It was like an MMO. And it was kind of funny because he was really struggling to say something nice. And in the end, there wasn't. He was like, yeah, that's good enough. But let's just not talk about it.
I remember him from reading Rainbow more than Star Trek back in the day.
Was that before or after Star Trek?
That's why he needed that visor from reading too many books.
He started out on reading Rainbow and then started Star Trek.
I didn't
He
even
went
know
blind from reading books.
As a kid, I didn't know he was from reading Rainbow. So when Star Trek came out, I was like, okay, cool.
See, when I was a kid, we had an antenna on the house because we didn't have cable, and we got 2 channels, PBS, and then one of the local channels. And occasionally, we could watch Star Trek on it if you went outside and turned it until you could see through the snow to watch Star Trek.
See, I got a new Star Trek cast. It's giving me ideas. So we got Reading Rainbow, and we bring in Mr. Dress Up, Mr. Rogers, maybe the Teletubbies. I'm not sure about that though.
Why you want to get?
Sounds like a bad idea.
Come on.
Do they even
Teletubbies
show
freaked
Mr.
me out.
Rogers anymore?
They do.
I haven't watched
Which is
educational
weird
television in a
because
long
they
time.
still show reruns of Bob Ross.
Yeah, it's
Bob
pretty
Ross is
big.
on Netflix now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
What?
there's a resurgence.
Yeah, you can totally watch Bob Ross on
I
Netflix.
do show Mr. Rogers.
Isn't it called Chilling with Bob Ross or something?
Yep, that is it.
Smoke
shit,
love with Bob.
Hey guys, you heard about what Ian McShane just said? You know the
Oh,
guy
yeah.
who played
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
whatever he said out of context or something like that.
Was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
out of I don't know if it's out of context. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Is white people should shut the F up.
No, actually it is out of context.
Is it?
Yeah, people are, because I'm actually looking at the article here, and people are taking it as him being angry with white people. No, actually he's saying that because nowadays you can get in trouble for saying anything, so just shut the fuck up. So that's
Yeah.
what he's saying. So
Yeah.
that's actually, because when
Yeah.
asked about race, white people should shut the fuck up. What
Mhm.
what are they supposed to say? You just have to zip it.
Yeah, because he says that basically he says that line, and then his next line is like, what are you supposed to do
Yeah,
Shut
and,
when they're telling you to shut up?
Plead the
yeah,
fifth.
dude. He made a fun of. Dude, he also talked about Me Too. There can be no
Oh,
proper
yeah.
discussion of race and gender anymore. You can't say anything. The pendulum of the Me Too movement swung too far. Jeffrey Tambor was sacked from Transparent because it all became so political. Oh shit!
God,
Ian McShane.
Yeah,
There's no doubt. There's no doubt that media is behind all of this outrage culture, man. Because nobody reads articles, man. They just read the headlines and get outraged.
And then make YouTube videos about it to get super chats.
Yeah.
Oh dog.
Did you see what Star Wars man said? Everybody gets mad. Send me super chats.
Yeah, that's another thing I brought up today on the Twitter was, it's like, would you rather spend your money on a couple angry words on a YouTube stream or fund these books, man?
Yeah, but you're not owning anybody if you buy books. You're only owning them when you send somebody angry words on a YouTube.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
What happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me?
Yeah, it's just words on the internet.
I'm like,
Words can kill, Tag.
Yeah.
Words can kill.
oh Lord. No, I mean, because they're also coming down on Terry Crews for speaking up about absent fathers and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
I'm like,
No.
he has a point.
How dare he?
Yeah.
How dare he?
Yeah, and I'm like, how dare?
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
It's like saying dads are just as important as mothers is a cardinal sin.
Patriarchy or whatever stupid crap
Yeah.
you use.
Man, it's a good thing he didn't say white people need dads. He really got in trouble.
That's it. I mean, because it's like my mom taught me manners and stuff like that. My dad taught me how to think on my feet and not suffer fools, fools, idiots, and morons who think they know better.
Yeah.
See, I was actually taught that words can in fact hurt people. I've seen it myself.
Words are like bullets.
Well, Gandalf killed the Balrog with just words.
Point.
Thou shalt not pass.
Thou shall not super chat.
And you guys should remember Skyrim. You can literally kill people by shouting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
So yeah, words can kill.
Doom
Heck.
played
a video
that a long
game.
time ago.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Doom
I'd like to
was
talk
a
about
long time ago that words can
use
kill.
of the word unity here for a second, because I've seen it starting to be thrown around a little bit. And I want to touch upon that, just from my point of view, my perspective on it. Almost a year ago now, I started a Facebook group called Unity, and I was using the hashtag Unity. And what that meant was it was a place where creators, comic book creators, could get together and network with one core rule. Okay, and the core rule was this: you leave the drama, and you leave the politics at the door. And since I created that group, I found a good group of friends in that subsection of Facebook. I then decided to create that DM group, Unity, on Twitter with the same core rule. You leave the drama and the politics at the door. That's what Unity is for me. And that's what I would like to promote. When I see Unity and stuff on this title of the video, I'm not sure what you guys have discussed. I just want to throw in my 2 cents.
Oh, we're just, you know, I think it's just touching on the topics of, like, you know, the outrage culture, and, you know, it's in the end, you know, it's not helping these creators. You know, the more drama that's being peddled is just taking eyes away from these projects. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
we actually spent the majority of the live chat here sharing projects and talking about everything we had coming up.
And that's exactly what Unity should be about, right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I've been doing this since we started the stream.
No, I just tune in. I never heard anything. I asked Crypto what's going on. He says, I'm in a chat with Doug Garrett. I go to my Twitter. There's a link for me. I'm like, okay, I'm jumping in on this. So I have no idea what was discussed before. I'm at work.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what's really exciting is that I just got an update from Lone Wolf issue 1. It turns out that the books have been ordered and they will be arriving in mid-March. And I'm really excited. So if you guys haven't gotten your copy yet, now is the time to go pick up a copy of Lone Wolf.
I actually ordered some extra ones, so you might be able to actually get one if you go order it.
Yeah, it's always a good thing to order some extra. You never know who's going to pop into your DMs and be like, hey, man, how do I get my hands on this?
Happens all the time.
Yeah. Well, I did that with you, didn't I?
Yeah. Before a couple people have done it with me. How do I get a hold of this Niobe thing, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, what's cool is, like, I had a few people. I sent out the PDF to a bunch of people and was having them do reviews and stuff. And I've only had like three or four people review it. But just those couple reviews actually helped me get a little boost.
Oh, dude, they're incredible. You know, whenever someone reviews my book, I always put them in a little playlist on my YouTube channel so everyone can go see it. I love it, you know. And I only have ever gotten favorable reviews. I never really had anyone trash it yet, you know, knock on wood there. But it's always awesome to see someone else talk about your work, you know. And, you know, a lot of times when they do these reviews, they'll often dissect it in a different way, and they'll bring up things in the book that I didn't even think about and go, oh, yeah, oh, that's a neat perspective. I never thought of that, you know. So they're always fun to watch, and they're great boosts, you know. I mean, you know, Captain Frugal did one, Nerd Wonder did one, you know, a bunch of other friends of mine on YouTube from the other communities I used to be part of have all did, you know, unboxings or review videos. They're a blast.
Yeah, I always, anytime I get a book, I try to do an unboxing video. Even if like just 3 or 4 people's going to see it, at least those 3 or 4 people might go, hey, that looks really cool. Maybe I'll go pick that up.
Yep.
Oh, unfortunately, I'm the commission artist. I can't really do stuff like that. So it's going to be on my website, and hopefully everybody checks it out.
We'll go to your website and review it.
Awesome.
Like, go look at this book by Danny Vegas.
Buy it. Read it.
Enjoy it. No, I'm kidding.
Because he has the coolest name ever.
I would have been in here sooner, but I was watching The Walking Dead.
I haven't watched that since the last season's mid-finale.
Oh, dude. I haven't watched Walking Dead since, what, like season 2 or 3, man.
Well,
same here.
Have you ever read the comics?
Boring. Honestly, I found it boring. It's like I fell asleep like a few times watching it.
Well, if you guys ever read the comics, they're at the spot now where they're starting to bring in the, so it's starting to get good again.
Yeah, I've read a few of them. I have a couple of the volumes here, but I need to catch up on those as well.
Now, you guys are going to hate me for saying this next part. I'm really expecting someone to boot me from the Hangout. But I like Star Trek Discovery.
Get out.
Is it getting better, or?
I think so. They brought in Captain Pike, you know, like the original captain of the Enterprise from the pilot episode.
Yeah.
So he's the captain of the Discovery now. That guy kicks ass. And they're doing this whole thing where they're talking about Captain Pike's origins because, you know, he ends up like, paralyzed from the neck down, right? You can only
Yeah,
answer
that
yes
chair.
or no, and you have to go to Talos 4, right?
Mhm.
They're bringing all that in, including Talos 4. It's getting good.
Yeah, but they ruined the Klingons.
They did ruin the Klingons. I'm with you 100%.
I don't know. I don't know how they could ever fix the Klingons from how bad they
They're
were.
trying, though. They're trying. So what they've done now is like they're allowing the Klingons to grow hair. So now the Klingons are starting to grow their long hair in season 2, right? They're trying, but yeah, I think the damage is done on the Klingon department.
Oh man.
Well, because they were trying to turn the Klingons into raw bad man, orange bad man.
Orange bad man.
Oh God!
But this guy that plays Captain Pike, he saved the show for me. I watch it strictly to watch this guy in action.
Yeah. So it got so bad that they had to bring back Captain Pike.
Yeah, to
and,
me,
you know, and
me,
Spock is in the show, right? So they just introduced Spock, and I don't want to talk too much about him in case any of you do decide to go and watch it. But they got Spock in, and this whole thing centered around Spock, Talos 4, and Captain Pike. And we're going to learn the whole origin of that whole scenario from the pilot episode sort of thing.
I think Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek show is a lot better show.
Well, the Orville is like
The Orville.
want it from Star Trek with a little bit of comedy thrown in, right? It's basically Next Generation and with a bit of parody, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
I
And also
I
the
really
Orville-
enjoy it though.
Yeah, and Orville do touch on some pretty deep stuff, despite being funny most of the time. It's amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's so much like the Next Generation. It's not even funny.
So, gentlemen, I have to go hang out with a young creator who needs some help on a book. So
Okay.
I'm going to go do that, but I will come back in here when I'm done with that, I guess.
It's about time you did something.
Right. I haven't done anything all day. I've been
Right,
just
man.
depressed.
Well, you should
No,
cheer up.
Crypto. Don't be depressed, Crypto.
You should be happy.
I should
Be happy.
That's why I'm going to go help this young man. I'll feel like I have a purpose in life.
Yeah. Right.
I
Have
feel
fun, man.
bad. I come on talking about Discovery and crypto's taking off now.
It has nothing to do with Star Trek Discovery. I'm excited to watch any Star
He
Trek.
said he was depressed after you brought it up.
As long as it doesn't have some old bald fucker running things, or it doesn't have some bum-headed woman.
Yeah, I just looked up those orcs. I mean, they look like orcs, man. Klingons, they look like orcs mixed with very angry raisins.
And they're all like multicolored.
Are they multicolored? Just
Yeah, there's like blue Klingons and like red ones, and
Oh,
basically they're like fused with Skittles.
now, see how there's parts of Discovery that I think are awesome, but there's parts of it I think are ruined.
I think
Well, what I think they're trying to do is say that these are Klingons from different clans, and eventually that these clans, you know, go through like a Klingon civil war, and most of them get wiped out till you have what is known as the Klingons that are left today, right? I think that's where we'll see.
that would actually be pretty interesting. Actually, you know,
Well, that's what I would do
good.
if I was writing it anyway, but I'm not, you know.
just play it up like the Mongol. You know how Temujin united all of the clans and shit. You know, and started attacking other civilizations. That would actually be pretty interesting.
If I was writing the show, I'd say it was an alternate universe, and I'd have that universe destroy itself and then start all over again.
Well, what I would have done, honestly, and I always thought this was what it was until I found out differently. I thought this was like the prelude to the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, right? And because I thought the Klingons looked similar to the ones he had in those movies, but I found out no, this is supposed to be part of canon and the regular stuff, you know.
Yeah, basically they were trying to do what they're still trying to do what they did to Star Wars. They're trying to change everything to their thing and no longer your thing, or no longer what fans like. You know,
They're just trying to. I think they've really tried to update it to bring new, younger people in, and
they feel miserably.
yeah, they're having a hard time bridging the gap there. They'll find their stride somewhere. It might not be with this show. It might be with the next show, but who knows?
Well, the next show is going to star Captain Picard, so he comes back, and they're doing a 12-issue series on the CBS All Access. And the thing is, I think that will bring in the younger generation, because here's what's happening is all these Star Trek shows are now on Netflix. So people that never really watched it when it was on, on TV initially, all get to go back and watch now. It's kind of like having a WWE network, and you get to go back and watch all these old cool matches, right? So a lot of these younger people are into Captain Picard, and they enjoy it. And so now when he comes back and does his own show, whatever role he fits in, I don't know if he's going to be an admiral, if he's going to be commanding a ship, or how that's going to work. But I think people are really going to be into it.
Yeah, I hope so. I'd like to see some Star Trek get popular again.
Well, I'm nearly falling asleep, guys. I'm gonna call her a night, man.
Well, it's good to see you, Billy.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys.
See you, Sam's.
Hey, catch you later.
All right,
Night,
green
dude.
sandwiches all around.
Yeah.
See you, man.
All right, see ya.
So it looks like you guys have been on for a while, because the link I saw was like 2 hours old.
Yeah, we're getting on 2 hours. Yeah.
It's been 2 hours. Damn.
We just been
So
chilling.
apparently, Alita hit 300 million.
Yep.
Good.
So it officially broke even, so it should be, and it's still going, so it should warrant a sequel.
Well, I hope it does, because I really like that movie.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But Alita, I always thought it would break even. It's one of those sleeper hits I kind of refer to as like the Dredd, Judge Dredd of this year sort of thing. Where Dredd 2012 was just this phenomenal movie, but no one really gave it a chance,
Yeah.
But now that people are starting to hear more and more about Alita, I post something about Alita on my Facebook almost daily. Like I see a cool piece of Alita Battle Angel art, it goes up, And people are starting to realize, hey, well, what is this cool movie that all these SJWs are bitching about? Maybe I should actually go have a look at it. They go have a look at it and go, wow, this actually does kick ass. We need more movies like it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's awesome, and it's awesome. It doesn't really lean towards any political what? Was that a baby?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But it doesn't lean into any politics or anything. It's just a fun, awesome movie that I think everyone can enjoy, and that's what we need more of, in my opinion. Something that just that you can just enjoy.
Well,
Have
we need
fun.
things that are for entertainment's sake, not things that are meant to push lifestyle down your throat.
Yeah, exactly. Something that everybody can enjoy without it having to take any kind of stance.
Yep.
Not just talking about one side either, because people always think, oh, you're only talking about one side.
It
Of the
can't be like one side or the other.
Yeah, just any side. Just stop shoving things down our throat. Just
But it
fun,
seems like
guys.
these marketing teams seem to think that's the in thing to do. We got to promote this and that and this agenda because this is what our market research is showing that people want to see. But when it comes right down to the brass tacks of it and the brute numbers, it's not really the case.
See, the thing is that you probably have a lot of social liberals trying to push this because they want this to be they want their idea to be desperately be number one for them instead of trying to make a compromise.
Well, people they're pushing these ideas now that if you have some kind of platform or if you're well known, that you should push your ideas on people.
I don't give.
I don't really agree with that.
I don't think. I think that's a terrible idea because not everybody's gonna have the same idea, and not everybody's gonna follow the same rules. And
well, that's why we have the culture war as it stands right now for that exact reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like people say, well, you shouldn't buy comic books from so and so, and you shouldn't do this. You know what? If somebody's making a good comic book, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Well, I really haven't bought a comic book in a long time. Mainly, I've either been doing manga, watching manga stuff, or some books here and there. It's just a lot of the Marvel books just kind of turn me off, and then a lot of the creators are like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess I just don't want to check it out no more."
Yeah. Well, see, like everybody got mad at Donny Cates a while back and said, "Well, you shouldn't buy Donny Cates books." I'll just tell you, I really like the new run on Venom. So
Yeah.
I went out and bought the trade paperback, and I was like, "This is
yeah.
awesome."
It's like you shouldn't buy the comic of the year because he said this. I'm like, nah, bro.
If people weren't arguing and pushing people to take sides, then they wouldn't have to take sides on anything.
Yep.
Jeff Lemire's run on Bloodshot, fantastic. That's like some of the best stuff ever. And you're not allowed to buy his books if you listen to certain people. We all just need to buy what we like. And don't buy what we, if you don't like something, don't support it. It'll go away eventually.
And if you see it, and if you see a project on Twitter, don't just like it. Give it a retweet, man, because the chances are someone else is going to like that as well. So,
I like a conversation I had with Risey off air. I think everyone already went to sleep after that, and he said something brilliant. He said the real movement or name that we should really use is Consumergate, because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. You talk with your wallet. If you like something, buy it. If you don't Simple as that. I mean, like Captain Marvel, for example. I mean, if you want to watch it, go watch it. And if you enjoy it, I say good for you. For
I would get gate right out of any name that we use, because as soon as you put the gate in there, you're automatically going to have that negative stigma, right? If you want to make this a really positive movement, you got to eliminate that word.
Consumer unity.
Consumer unity. That's a good one. I just like unity. It's simple, and straightforward. But any combination is going to work. But just leave gate out of it, because as soon as you talk gate. It's no. You know what I mean?
Oh my god! Because they could just. I think we're like, you know what? Like, you can call me whatever, phobia, whatever the heck you want to do. Because honestly, I really don't care.
Yeah.
And so you can go ahead and keep on hating, because you're gonna keep on hating, and you're not. You're obviously not gonna grow up and understand that you're the one perpetuating your own hate.
Well, see, I've got a friend, and we are complete polar opposites politically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty conservative and all this, and he's straight up liberal, and we don't agree on politics at all. But we like the same comic books, we like the same movies, we like the same video games. So instead of focusing on crap that we don't like, we focus on the good crap. And that's what everybody needs to be doing.
Well, right. There used to be this old saying that you don't talk about religion and politics at the dinner table. And there was a reason for that. Because you were there with family and friends, and you didn't want to have arguments while you're supposed to be having a good time. And if we can actually take that dinner table rule and apply it to, what we say on social media and how we conduct ourselves just in the real world, and tone it down a bit, it'll be not just, people on, one side or the other, but it's got to be everybody that's on that mindset. The world would be a nicer place,
So technically it was until they started bringing this shit back up. Because I have forgotten about Nazis. I had literally forgotten about them. I even forgotten the neo-Nazi ones. I have forgotten all about them until the media brought them back up.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still around? I didn't, I was more like, oh, they're still around.
See, that's
all gone away. They were not in my daily life.
That's a word that has such a negative connotation. That's why they use it, because it'll get attention. Just like we were saying, don't put gate on the end of anything. That's a really negative connotation.
And I'm pretty glad that the whole anime community is realizing that. I've seen a lot of talk around the anime Twitter saying they're not going to be embracing that title. Yeah,
there won't be any name, which is good. Don't
Yeah.
give it a name. Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
the first people who are gonna use the anime gate hashtag are the ones that are gonna be looking to monetize off of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I think I seen EBS doing it already. So, oh, come on, dude, you left it alone. That's not even your genre, man.
And doesn't even know what a Cowboy Bebop is, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably don't even know what Bebop is. But like Bebop, like, don't put yourself in shit you don't know about.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like once you put the gate at the end of your name, it's like you are automatically give your opponents someone to go after, you know.
And your opponents and opportunists, something to exploit.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why, you know, I like the Unity thing. I was using Team Comics a lot, but Team Comics has been twisted into something that it's not.
Yeah.
Team Comics was originally, and I've heard Peter Samedi talk about it. It's about supporting the medium of comics in general.
Yeah, comics for everyone.
If you didn't like somebody and their book, you should still hope that they were successful, just because that furthered the medium. But it's been twisted into some kind of perverse off branch of something else that I'm not going to mention. But I would rather everybody unify together instead of making it some kind of movement with leaders and whatnot. It was just a bunch of friends making good comics
and supporting each other, promoting these books, man. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
you know, just have fun. That's the thing. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Right. That's what got me started was the fun, and it's like all of a sudden the fun is gone.
Dried up, man. The well dried up.
The trail's gone.
Well, no, when you come on and you're looking to have fun and meet people and make comics, and then all of a sudden it becomes a stressful thing for you to the point where you don't want to be on Twitter, you don't want to be on YouTube because this person said this, or this group came after you with that, or this video was made on you. Yeah, at that point the fun is gone. You know, it's very discouraging for people that want to get involved in when they see this sort of activity happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna catch flack either way, even if I don't sit there and stand on my soapbox, because I know these idiots are not gonna do well enough to leave alone. They're just gonna
What they don't realize is like this outrage culture, engaging in it, sooner or later you're gonna catch flack for something, and you know
it's like
they're gonna turn on each other at some point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. These people who are like saying like, you know, they're gonna avoid the drama, you know, but you know, sooner or later it catches up with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it catches up with us all.
Well, they'll find any little thing. Like, I try to be super nice and try to treat people the way I want. And if you don't kiss the right butt at the right time or anything, they'll find any little excuse to come at you.
Well,
something you said and twist it into something else.
Yeah,
and
because I'm pretty sure somebody who who follows EBS is going to tell EBS, hey, this
Vegas.
but you know, it's funny that you guys brought that up, because it just happens to be something that I was thinking about this morning when I woke up, you know, and I have thought about it, about what should you do when you're being nice, you're just doing your own thing, and then people came after you anyway, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna share a little story from history, which might diverge a little bit from what we're talking about, but it kind of has it has a connection. Okay. You know, when Caesar went to war with Pompey. Pompey ran to Egypt, because he thought that, because at that time Egypt was an ally of Rome, and he thought he could find refuge there. And what happened was that the Egyptians thought that they could kiss up to Caesar's ass, and they killed Pompey and beheaded him. You know, so when Caesar finally arrived in Egypt to find Pompey, he was presented with Pompey's head. Now, according to historians at that time, Caesar started crying, you know, because Pompey was his friend. Now, some people say that he was genuinely sad, but other people say that he was just pretending. But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, Caesar, something that's very brilliant about him is that he realized that in any conflict, there are always three sides, three views. There's your view, there's my view, but then there's the public view. and he always appealed to the public view. Anything, everything he does, he fight with someone, he beat that guy, he forgive them. Oh, come, let us work together. And the public seeing this, they're gonna be like, oh shit, Caesar is a really awesome guy. And that's what he did when he saw Pompey. And I realized that that's what, that we have to be careful with how we act and what we say, when we are confronted by these kinds of people,
Well, you bring that up, like the whole, ruling by popular vote. That's how it works right now as it is. You make analogies to ancient Rome and how these Roman leaders would appeal to the populace by running the games or going after enemies. And so it was, if you control the people, you control the country, right? Because the people will revolt on you. And so what I've seen a lot of these channels do is just do that. They are now, tuning into the, some of the grievances and some of the, the gripes that these people have, and then they feed on that. And here's drama video after drama video after drama video. Let's rile up the troops. Let's get the populace fucking going here, and take leadership of that. Yeah,
yeah. But what the way I see it, the way how we can use it is that when people go after you, they try to bring you down, all that shit. Just be nice. Be nice, be cordial, no matter how angry you get. Because again, you are really appealing to the public. Because imagine if I started insulting you, Larry. Oh fuck you, all this and that. But you kept being nice. Oh, hey, come on, man. Don't be mad. No, let's be friends. How do you think other people watching us, arguing is gonna feel? Is gonna think.
And people are gonna look at that different ways. If I'm too nice to you, someone might look at me as being weak. If I'm just an asshole to you, people are going to look at it like that. If I, kind of shut you down with a quick-witted quip and that's the end of it, then I might be the hero. Like, that can fall so many different ways,
Yeah, you can do that too. But yeah, but whatever
you've got some people, though, that you're not going to open their eyes at all.
Oh, it's a majority.
Yeah, because there's so many people that some of these guys who are the proclaimed leaders of these different movements are doing the same exact things that they claim to be against. But the crowd just goes right along with it. They're like, oh no, we're so much better. We don't do these things. And it's like, he's doing it right there.
Yeah, it's just the trap that is social media, man. I mean, everybody's talking against outrage culture, but at the same time they're actually partaking in outrage culture.
Well, they do what work. Let's say I run a YouTube channel and I just show comic books and I get 20 views and I got 100 subscribers. And then let's say, when I change my strategy, and the next thing I do is I just start doing videos that hates on SJWs and the culture. And next thing you know, I'm at 10,000 subscribers and 500 views per video. What do you think that YouTuber is going to keep doing? Right?
They keep doing the drama clicks. Yeah.
But eventually that's going
that part.
Yeah.
Eventually that's gonna burn out, though.
It's gonna dry out, yeah. And also, I think Larry did bring up a good point. It also depends on who we support. Stop supporting drama. That's it.
Yeah. Exactly.
We should also play our part in that. Stop supporting drama. Stop liking videos that bring up drama. Just support awesome shit like this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are watching me draw. I don't know if it's increased Doug's views, but
Well, let's see here. I think we have 4 watching right now, and I'm one of the 4.
And I'm sure I'm the other one.
The last comment we had in the chat was from Jeff Lashley.
Yeah.
And that might have been some time ago.
Yeah, it was because I had this chat up.
Oh, and you know what? Let's talk about something fun. There's a new cartoon that will be appearing on Disney. Called Amphibia, and I'm actually I kind of I've seen it a little bit. It's awesome, dude. I'm not joking. Yeah, it's awesome. It's funny, It's like, dude, I'm like, oh shit, this is really fun. Oh yeah, I do recommend it. I don't know why I brought it up. It's fun.
You got the sound of sound.
I did just recently start watching the 7 Deadly Sins on Netflix.
Oh, hey!
Ooh.
I am deeply deeply in love with that series right now. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really need to start watching anime again.
Escanor is basically a Texan in hiding. They're like, oh, hey, my fellow Texan, what's up, man?
I was watching Goblin Slayer, but then I canceled my Funimation subscription,
Oh man,
so I haven't got to catch up on it.
yeah, that's a whole bag of worms. I mean, kind of worms we don't want to open right here.
I liked it. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was that controversial either.
Kind of mention stuff, but no, yeah, it's a great series. I don't know why people were
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Player? Oh, it's not that bad actually.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. I only
Yeah.
seen the first 3 or 4 episodes, but I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, I
Yeah,
saw.
I mean-
I saw all of it. It's like, yay! They moved some stuff around, but they did it for pacing. And I'm like, oh, okay, I know it. So the
I mean,
whole they went with it. It was like, oh.
I mean, I think it's a bit overrated, but it's not bad, you know. It's actually okay.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's a great series, but you know,
When's the new season of My Hero Academia supposed to be out? Anybody know?
No,
That's-
I have no idea.
That's my favorite
Yeah,
show.
no idea. Yeah.
That and One Punch Man. I just watch the generic anime everybody watches.
oh man, I love that series. That's so fucking
Oh
awesome.
yeah. I really hate it when people bring up One Punch Man versus Superman or whatever, and they try to argue how Superman or Goku would win. I'm like, no, that's the point of Saitama. He wins every time. That's the point. He's a joke character.
He's
No
a
matter
joke character in his own series. You
No,
know?
dude, that's the point. You know, like no matter who he fights, he's gonna win, no matter what. You know, and that's the joke. You know, so like it's like, God damn it, you know, he wins every time.
Yeah, he's so good that he gets bored.
Yeah, that's the joke. You know, just have fun with it. You know, like he fights God, he wins. What? You know.
So actually, somebody did actually do a manga of him fighting God. Their own little thing. I'm like, really?
God damn it! I swallowed my smoke. God damn it!
That's why you shouldn't smoke. Smoking's bad.
Smoking's bad. Okay.
Smoking's bad.
Yeah, but they I guess what they did is that they decided to make God an actual monster, I guess, and it's kind of like a what's his name? The art showed up. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. From the series, and it's a big old fight that Saitama's actually having issues fighting, and then he still wins though. It just goes with all the over the top, which is far from the series. And
You
you
know,
see Saitama flying through the air, he's like, the fuck?
You know, there's another series I would recommend from the same writer of One Punch Man called Mob Psycho 100.
Mhm.
Hey, was it? Yeah, I would recommend it. It's from the same writer, and it's just as stupid, if not even more stupid than One Punch Man. It's silly as hell. I do recommend it.
Oh. All right.
I'm making a map of Lost Speaks right now. If you guys wonder why I'm quiet. I said I'm making a map of Lost Speaks right now. If you're wondering why I'm quiet.
Cool.
Oh, sweet.
Give me a few minutes. I will be right back.
I used to make some D&D maps. I would put some rice in a cup and just throw it onto a piece of paper and just outline the rice. Man, that's pretty cool. Man. I used to like doing that.
I didn't know you were a nerd.
I knew he was a
We
nerd.
thought you were
Yeah.
cool. We thought you were
Not, yeah,
cool.
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't played D&D in a while, man. I've been wanting to
Oh,
go
of
on
course,
Wednesdays. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been wanting to go on
Oh,
Wednesdays with the boys and play some D&D, but
I've never played D&D because I'm
Maybe
a
you could go on-
nerd.
Maybe you could go on Reddit and play with them.
Yeah, honestly, I've never played D&D.
Me either, and it's not the nerd thing. It's just that I don't know anybody who does.
Yeah, it's because we don't hang out with nerds.
Yeah, nerds and
Nerds. But
Which is-
Rumble, who do you play, Rumble?
Let's go play some Fallout 76. Screw these nerds.
like what kind of character do I choose?
Yeah.
I usually play like a rogue or a ranger.
he plays as a nerd.
Plays the nerd, yeah, that's me. All the
No,
time.
He gets
No,
a +1 to his nerd magic.
no, dog. The nerd would either be the cleric. That's the nerd. No, wait, that's the priest. What would be the D&D equivalent of a nerd, huh? Because the bard would
Anyone
be
who's playing D&D would be the nerd.
The dungeon master. The dungeon master is the uber nerd.
yeah, he would be the uber nerd.
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't played in a long time. Well, not that long. Only been, I think.
It's just I have one of those personalities where like if I try something and I enjoy it, I get deeply entrenched in it. You know. So yeah, my friends took me to one of the D&D nights on Wednesday here, and we were playing, and yeah, dude, I got real into it. So yeah, I tend to throw myself into everything that I enjoy, 100%. So
I do the same thing, man. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Except I'm not a nerd.
And I'm back. All I heard is something about nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just making fun of you D&D nerds. That's all.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
No worries, nerd.
I don't do anything without rolling my die. So
Roll a die to see how many sheets of toilet paper you're going to use
Yeah.
to wipe
Dude,
your
I was just thinking
Yeah.
that exactly.
if I want to go to the store, I have to roll. for
20
initiative.
sheets, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh no, man. Takes
Do
a
I
on
buy,
that.
do I buy single ply
Oh.
or double ply?
Yeah. Should I go to the store for toilet paper or use this napkin? Let me roll for initiative.
Oh shit.
Ouch.
Oh man, but Texas roll natural 20, so
But if you get the napkin, you get a +1 to your wiping skills.
Oh fuck.
Ah.
Damn.
Just start bringing D&D into real life. Just
Oh.
now roll.
Dude, somebody needs to write a set of rules and take die and just walk around everywhere and roll the die for every action they take.
How would you like to pay for this,
Or
sir?
wait for
Hold on.
someone else.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's echo.
That's
Damn it.
Jimmy's
Sorry,
fault.
never mind.
That's
Where
slick.
did
Yeah.
that come from? Oh, it's slick.
Slick had two profiles in here at the same time.
Oh my, slick.
Yeah.
Duality.
Duality, exactly. I wish there was a way to mute what you're hearing, but there's not.
Just mute the stream.
Wait,
No, like real life or what?
Oh, real?
Yeah, mute entirely. Real life.
Wait, guys, are we still on air?
We are.
We've been on there the whole time.
Oh shit! It's a good thing I didn't say anything bad. Too bad.
But you didn't notice the little live?
Hello,
I'm not looking at the screen. I'm working, dude.
dude. I don't want to play.
Well, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be aware of your surroundings. Terrible ninja.
Yeah, that's a
Terrible
good
ninja.
point. That's a good.
A
Yeah.
ninja is a master
Hey,
of
Larry.
himself and his environment.
How are you enjoying? How are you enjoying DOA, Larry?
I love it. I don't like the grind to get outfits. So the way that they work this now is like you'll do matches and they'll give you what's called pattern points, and you use these pattern points to buy these outfits. So let's say, for example, Christy, my favorite character, she has some really hot looking outfits, but they're 1,000 pattern points. I go do the arcade. I beat the arcade with Christy. Okay, cool. They give me a reward. It's like 27 pattern points for costume 14 of Nico, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
So you Yeah.
So
it gives
basically,
you
they're
points on
making
other
you.
characters.
They're gonna make you either they're gonna make you grind or they're gonna make you pay for
Right. And so the way that it works now is the season pass, boys. Get a load of this. And I'm going to talk U.S. dollars. The season pass for this game is $92.
That's insane.
Okay, so that is more than the game itself. In the U.S., you guys pay $60, right? So
Right.
if you want the game and like all the goodies that come with it unlocked right away, you're basically paying an extra $92 because that will give you 50 outfits unlocked. I think it gives you like access to Phase, the character, and whatever. It, you know, as great as it is and as polished as it looks, and you know, very nice graphic wise and fun. Just like every other video game now, they're going to try and milk every dime out of you. And I refuse to pay for a $92 season pass. You know, I'm going to do the grind, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think let's say Temco is gonna figure that out. Like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that.
You know, I've never written to a video game company before, or even tweeted their name and anything. But on Twitter, I went on there the other day. I'm like, yeah, you know, at Team Ninja, whatever. You need to fix this grind situation because this is bullshit.
and you're not the only one who's bringing that up. I saw on Twitter quite a few people bringing up the same issue. You know, like
well, I can tell you this on my gaming channel. Quick shill here, Rebel Gaming. The DOA videos are like the ones I'm getting the highest views. I can go on there and like play Tekken or play Overwatch, and I'll get like 27 views. I did a DOA stream this morning, and it's got almost 200 views.
The hell? They want to see them.
They like the bounce.
Digital titties, man.
They like them bouncing booty.
No, they like the tight gameplay. Come on.
No. They're there for the awesome.
It's all about the gameplay.
Very extremely tight gameplay.
Extremely tight. Where you can counter until you win the goddamn match.
Wait, Larry. Does the new DOA have some kind of a like replay feature where you can record your gameplay and then replay it later for viewing or something?
Yeah, you can record your replays and stuff. Yeah. They make that very simple and easy to do.
Yeah, okay. And now in the camera option, is there an option to lock the camera on the character's butt? Because I saw someone did that on Twitter, and the camera.
I never actually used that function yet, so I can't tell you because I've had no reason to record any gameplay from there because I do it all on OBS. It's recorded anyway, right?
Okay.
So I never tried that feature, but if you're saying that's in there, I'm gonna have to give it a look and see.
Yeah, because no, I just saw it on Twitter. Someone showed a video of them playing the game, and the camera is locked on the butt the entire time, moving around as the character is punching and kicking. It's hilarious.
If that is the case, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah, because that doesn't give a shit.